Hey YouTube, this is PrimetimePokemon. In this video, I'll be doing some Pokemon TCG online gameplay. I'll be battling with the 7th place deck from the Latin America International Championships. It is a Blacephalon GX Naganadel deck. And Blacephalon GX was one of my favorite cards from Lost Thunder, so I was happy to see it place well in the tournament. It actually placed second in the Virginia Regional Championships recently. So I'll head on over to the online TCG, show the deck checklist, give a general strategy for the deck, and then get into battling. Here's a look at the deck that I'll be using in battle today. Blacephalon GX is the primary attacker. Mind Blown can do 50 damage times the number of fire energy you move from your Pokemon to the Lost Zone. You can accelerate fire energy into play with Naganadel. So the general strategy with this deck is quite simple. Accelerate as many energy as possible with several copies of Naganadel, and then attack every turn with Blacephalon GX. One copy of Tapu Lele GX in the deck, one copy of Marshadow, Tapu Lele GX of course for Wonder Tag to get a supporter you need, and then Marshadow for Let Loose. As far as the trainer cards go, Choice Helmet is in this deck as opposed to Choice Band. Choice Helmet just gives Blacephalon GX, for example, an HP similar to something like 210 damage because it decreases Pokemon GX's attacks that are attacking Blacephalon GX. Heat Factory is very useful in the deck, allowing you to draw more cards into your hand. Ultra Space is essential for getting Poipole and Naganadel set up. And then I do use 16 Fire Energy and then 1 Beast Energy in the deck. Later in the game, if my opponent has 3 or 4 prize cards remaining, I can accelerate lots of energy into play with Beast Ring. So let's head on over to Versus and see what there is to battle. 7th place at the Latin America International Championships. 2nd place at the Virginia Regional Championships. I am a little bit worried about facing a Zoroark control deck. Lots of different types there, including Fairy. I did win the coin flip. I'll go first. So one Blacephalon here. I'm going to have to probably discard a Mysterious Treasure and go and get Tapu Lele. I have seen decks out there using Blacephalon use Reshiram GX and something like Kiawe to try and get those energy very quickly into play turn 1. So this is a Granbull deck that I'm facing. It can do 160 damage for only 1 energy card. And a deck like Blacephalon is in trouble against Granbull decks because all of the Granbull, if knocked out, I only get to take 1 prize card instead of 2. So I am going to use Mysterious Treasure to go and get a Poipole right away. I probably am going to use Sophocles here. I could use another Mysterious Treasure. I think I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to Mysterious Treasure away the Sophocles and go and get Tapu Lele and then go for Cynthia. Hoping that with Cynthia that'll draw into something good. I could get Lily, but Beast Ring really doesn't do much for me, at least right away. So I'm going to get Cynthia. I could have gotten Kiawe if I used it, and then I could have gotten, I believe, 4 energy cards on Blacephalon. Would like to Cynthia into Ultra Space. Did do that. Did not get an additional energy. That is going to hurt. That means turn 2 I can't use Mind Blown. I'm going to have to use Bursting Burn or Burst GX. So my opponent is not happy. I don't know what that's all about. I'm going to go and get Poipole. Go like so. I can get 1 Naganadel next turn. potentially 2 with Sophocles, so I'm going to have to pass. My opponent should be happy with that move. No energy attachment. There's Shrine of Punishment. And they're going to use Apricorn Maker. The strategy with this deck, the Granbull deck, is to have 0 cards in your hand, and then Granbull can do 160 damage per turn. I would guess they use Choice Band as well, 190 damage per turn. They're going to go and get a Rangaroo, potentially a Slugma. With that Ditto Prism Star there, you can evolve it into anything you like for a Stage 1. I know the tournament deck that placed at the Latin America International Championships used Zubstrika, so they could evolve that Ditto into Zubstrika. There's the Choice Band, so I would really need to knock out this Snubbull to avoid a knockout from my opponent. But if my opponent does knock me out, I can always B-string and get some energy into play very quickly. So I do have Cynthia here. Still not an energy, so I think I am going to have to Cynthia. I might just take a prize card with Blacephalon if I get an energy. I have 1 energy there, so I would need Naganadel as well. So there's some energy. I'm going to attach 1 energy here, and then I'm going to Ultra Ball away 1 Ultra Ball and 1 Fire Energy. That way I can go and get Naganadel. What I could do, but my opponent has 2 Oranguru, is use Marshadow and then Let Loose. I'll wait on that, however. So here I either could take a prize card, or I could burn and confuse, but if they're going to evolve Snubbull into Granbull, that will not matter, so that makes it easy. Burst GX. Yes, I'm sure. Hopefully get a Fire Energy, and I do, so I can accelerate that to whatever Pokemon that I'd like. What are the chances that Blacephalon is going to get knocked out? Pretty high, so I'm going to put it on Naganadel just to get another energy into play. So Shrine of Punishment is a big deal as well. It softens up Blacephalon GX. Fiery Flint is a card that I used in the list that I played with Granbull just to get the hand down to 0 cards. So this may be the exact list that I used. It placed second, I believe, in the tournament. It looks like my opponent is planning on evolving Ditto Prism Star into Granbull. Unfortunately, my opponent does not have Magcargo, but they're probably going to get Magcargo with Ultra Ball here. Ooh, they're going to get Granbull. I would have thought they wanted to smooth over. They want to knock out Blacephalon. So in this case, I'm definitely hoping for some B-strings on Cynthia. There's Blacephalon. I already had 1 in hand. I could put another Blacephalon out there. I think I am going to, just to reduce the number of cards in my deck. I'll use Cynthia, hoping for some B-strings. Oh boy, I can Marshadow, so I'm not done for yet. Well, at the very least, I can confuse Granbull. So let's retreat for a Blacephalon. I'll attach an energy here, and then I will use Charging Up. Still do not have a second Naganadel. Having enough energy in the discard, which is nice. And then I am going to have to Let Loose here, and hopefully make my opponent have some cards that they cannot discard. So still not another B-string. But my opponent will be stuck on 3 and 4 prize cards, hopefully for a little while, unless they knock out Blacephalon here. I can get another energy into play. And then I will just confuse and burn the Grand Bull. So unless they have Guzma, I think I should be alright. They are burned and confused. So their burn has disappeared, but they are still confused. So if they try and attack and get a Tails, it does 30 damage to themselves. And in this situation, it'd almost be better to knock out one of the Orangaroos or the Slugma. Regardless of what I knock out, I'm only going to get one prize card. So I think the Magcargo now is the card that I want to get rid of. Now my opponent, if they can attack, can knock out Blacephalon, it would take away the B string. So that is disappointing. And they could just go and get Tate and Liza, for example, if they're using that, and retreat it. They're going to Ultra Ball something away, and they're going to go and get another Snubbull. A Granbull, I would say. Nope, and they are going to try and attack. That's a little bit strange. That is not the play that I would have done. They are not happy. Boy. Now, what should I do here? I can charge up how many times? Ooh, I think I am going to do that. Can I do it? How many do I need to knock out Magcargo? 2 energy. I can do that. Let's Guzma up the Magcargo. Have fun. And then I'll put out this Naganadel. Retreat it for the Blacephalon. Go like that. And then I'm going to use charging up wherever I can. I would still like to get that B string. I desperately need it before my opponent gets another knockout. So now my opponent is going to be able to knock out Blacephalon this turn. I missed out on B string. But I will be able to attack with Naganadel. So hopefully I ruin my opponent's strategy by knocking out this Magcargo. What I really could do, and I think oh boy, I just have to knock out this Magcargo. I was going to say I could just burn and confuse it, but it could still use its ability. So I think I am going to just knock it out. 2 energy. I am betting that this is going to get knocked out next turn. So I will just discard both from Blacephalon there. Get my 1 prize card, Lily. So that is a loss on my part, not getting the B string. Now my opponent will be down to 2 prize cards, and they are using Rescue Stretcher, so that is a disposable card. I probably could scoop it this time because I think the game is pretty much over, but I'll play it out. I'll play another one after this one. So here, if only I was on 3 prize cards, I could knock out the Granbull. I'll get rid of this. In this game, it actually makes more sense to try and attack with Naganadel, I think. So it is going to take 2 turns to knock out Granbull. I'm going to... Do I not have any energy at all in here? I do not. That hurts a little bit. So I'm going to have to go like this. And then I'll Lily. It figures 2 B strings the turn after I actually try to accelerate energy into play. I'll get rid of the fire energy just to accelerate things. Didn't need that second Naganadel, but that's alright. It definitely hurts my opponent that the Magcargo line has been knocked out. So I am going to use Turning Point, do 80 damage this turn. After that, I should be able to do 160 with Naganadel. My opponent needs another Granbull, I believe, in play. They're probably going to get it with Great Ball. And Choice Band. And they're going to just go ahead and knock out the Naganadel. Now I can put this in here. We're going to evolve this. That has 80 damage on it. I really want to... I could knock out the Granbull with 50. I could knock out an Oranguru. But I think I want to knock out the Granbull just because that is the primary attacker. So I am going to... What I could do is I could Guzma something up. I'm going to Guzma up this one just because I can for sure... Actually, I cannot. I was thinking too far ahead. I'm going to have to just knock out this one. So let's put an energy there. Charging up. Plenty to accelerate. And then I am going to Turning Point here. And knock it out. So my opponent has how many? One prize card. I think that is game, isn't it? That is game unless my opponent cannot, for some reason, get rid of all the cards in their hand. And it looks like they can. They can Ultra Ball. And they're going to all out. So a disappointing loss there. And I know that last turn, I think I should have played the energy cards a little bit different, but it didn't matter. That's a defeat, game 1. Let's head on to game 2 and see what's out there. You can see why Blacephalon GX is good, as well as Granbull. Granbull, the second place deck. So a Psychic Fighting. Could be a Malamar Marshadow deck. We'll go heads here, mix it up. Should have stuck with tails. Looks like I'll go second, I would guess. Yep. And there's that B string still. Sophocles is useful if I had one more energy in hand. So this is a Lichen deck. So fighting type deck, Diancie there increases fighting type Pokemon's attacks by 20. Of course, Lichen GX, when you evolve Rockruff into Lichen GX, you can switch whatever Pokemon of mine that my opponent wants into the active Pokemon spot. Buzzwole as well, so they can utilize Beast Ring later in games. Here you can spread damage around with Jet Punch. They're putting lots of Buzzwole out there so far. I would like to knock out this Diancie as quickly as possible. So I really do not want to put out the Ultra Space, but I am going to just to get Poipole set up. Like so. I'm going to have to... I think I am going to Sophocles. I take that back. Let me Mysterious Treasure 1 for a Tapu Lele. And then I can go and get something better. I'll go and get Cynthia. Use Cynthia, hoping for another Poipole. There's the Poipole I was hoping for. No energy in the discard yet. I could have discarded that fire energy with Mysterious Treasure, but that's alright. Let me just take a prize card, I believe. Because if my opponent does evolve Rockruff, then Bursting Burn does absolutely nothing. Hopefully we get a Fire Energy here. Nope, Mysterious Treasure. So that will go to the discard pile. I don't know if my opponent wants to put a third Buzzwole GX out there. Lots of choice bands. And they are going to switch up something, I would guess. Maybe not. They're probably going to use their GX attack and then knock out Blacephalon. So that's not good. If I had B-String, which I might be able to get to with Lily, I could knock out Lycanroc this coming turn. Because I have another Ultra Space that I could use. So let me get Poipole. There is the B-String. So I'm going to have to think about this carefully. Do I get the Naganadel because I need Naganadel to accelerate? Or do I go and get Ultra Space Blacephalon, put 2 on Blacephalon? I think I am going to do that. And then hope with Lily. Let's see. What do I do here? Either way, I'm either hoping for a Blacephalon GX or a Naganadel. I think I want to for sure go and get the Blacephalon. And then I can B-String first, like so, for 2. Put those both on Blacephalon. And then I can attach an energy here, retreat for Blacephalon, and then I can Lily for 4 cards, hoping for another B-String or a Naganadel. There we go. That is even better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Mysterious Treasure away a Fire Energy. I'm going to get a Naganadel because I need 4 energy cards to knock out Lycanroc. So I'm going to do that. Going to charging up. Boom. I need 4 energy. I think I am going to... Boy, oh boy. Am I 1 card short? I wanted to Marshadow big time. Let me do this. I am going to go down to 3 prize cards, so this will be able to do 160 damage. I think that is the way to go. So I am going to use B-String on the Naganadel, like so. And then I am going to Marshadow. My opponent has a large hand. Reduce their hand a little bit, and maybe I'll get something good. Heat Factory is useful. I could Ultra Ball into another Naganadel, and I think that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to save Lily in my hand, and then I'm going to get the Naganadel. That way I can accelerate. Lots of energy here. Now, I will have 3 prize cards remaining. My opponent can use B-String if they have it. They could knock out Blacephalon in 1 turn with this Buzzwole. So that is something to consider. I'll go like that. So I want to knock this out, so let's do Mind Blown. I need 4 total. So let's do 1, 2. Yeah, let's just do it this way. Let's do all 4 of those and hope that they do not have a B-String in hand. So 4 times 50. Let's hit done. I have Lily. So I'll knock that out. Go down to 3 prize cards remaining. So a fire energy there, that is what I needed. Let's see what they promote. They are confident enough to just promote that one with the choice band. Let's see if they have B-String. Not yet. There's the Beast Energy. There's the Lele. So they're going to use Cynthia or Lily. So they'll have a very good chance at drawing into B-String. Have they discarded any yet? No. So that would be highly unlikely, in my opinion, that they do not Cynthia into a B-String. And there is the B-String. So that was not good there. Buzzwole, of course, cannot use Knuckle Impact next turn. But I can do 160 against Buzzwole. And there's the other B-String that I desperately needed. So we're going to do this. We're going to charge up like so. And then charge up here. I am going to Lily. Let's see. Let's get another Blacephalon out there just in case. How many energy do I have here? Just one. So I am going to get Blacephalon. 24 cards left in the deck, which is plenty. And then I will use Lily for 4 more cards. I could use that Ultra Ball to discard the 2 fire. That doesn't make much sense. There's no way. If I had a choice band, I would be able to knock out Buzzwole. So Knuckle Impact. So Buzzwole can't even attack at all next turn. But if my opponent has Tapu Lele, for example, or a Guzma, they can then attack whatever they want, and they might be able to win the game. So let's just do Turning Point 160, and it is weak. So I wasn't even thinking about it at all. That was a big advantage. I should have known that Buzzwole was weak to Psychic. I've had lots of experience with Buzzwole, so I was overthinking that one a bit. I was so worried about Diancie and then Lycanroc being weak to Grass-type Pokemon. So in this case, Naganadel came through in the end. But now I only can do 160. And can they knock out anything here? I don't believe so. They're going to spread damage around with Jet Punch. If only I could do 120 here. This is a close one. I think I am going to Guzma up this Diancie and just start attacking it. And my opponent scoops, so that is a victory for myself. Not exactly sure what they were thinking there, but not bad there. Naganadel is the MVP. Let's do one more. Play 3 total games. And again, it is very important to know the weakness of the Pokemon you're facing. Completely forgot that Buzzwole was weak to Psychic-type Pokemon. I put a lot of time into the Buzzwole GX deck in the previous standard format, when you could use Fighting Fury Belt and Max Elixir. Buzzwole GX was the best deck out there in my opinion, and my favorite deck to play. Hello, Almost Flawless. I'll get an additional card. They took a mulligan. Let's put Blacephalon out there. And then I'll just not put anything more out there right now. I'll be able to get a Poipole with Ultra Space. And then I'll probably have to Cynthia. So this is a Gardevoir GX deck. This could be the exact list that won the Virginia Regional Championships. There we go. There's a Poipole we'll put out. We'll go done. Couple of Ralts out there already. Put Ultra Space there. Go and get a second Poipole. No real way as of yet to get energy into the discard. I think I'm going to just use Cynthia after I attach a fire energy. There's a third Poipole, plus a couple of Ultra Balls and a Mysterious Treasure. I think I'm going to just hold off on discarding energy or anything like that. Same goes for Choice Helmet. My opponent really can't do much damage this coming turn, so I'm going to just pass. I am set up very nicely. Turn 2, I will have at least 2 Naganadel out there. Gardevoir GX can sometimes be used with Swampert and Alolan Ninetales. In this case, my opponent may be trying to do Magical Ribbon right away. In that case, I'm going to go and try and find my Marshadow and let loose, and that's what they're going to do. So I will for sure be going to get Marshadow if it's not prized and ruin my opponent's strategy there. Magical Ribbon allows my opponent to go and get 3 cards from their deck and put them into their hand. Of course, they want to go and get Rare Candy and Gardevoir GX. Not exactly sure if my opponent knows that I do play Marshadow. So there's Cynthia, so lots of options here. I'm going to put Choice Helmet on here now. I'm going to Ultra Space for a Naganadel. I can check and see if we have Marshadow. We do. So I want to get as much out of this hand as possible before I Marshadow let loose. I need 2 cards remaining, so I am going to go like that, and then I'm just going to get another Naganadel, and then I'm going to Ultra Ball discard these 2 for the Marshadow. Just the 1 energy here, yep. So I am going to accelerate that into play. And I could always Cynthia. Should I risk it? Cynthia into hoping for an Ultra Ball or a Mysterious Treasure. That is very risky. I think I am going to just for sure let loose and ruin my opponent's strategy. So I am going to get Marshadow and put it down. I would like to let loose into an energy. This way, if I get a supporter, which I did in Guzma, I could go and get Tapu Lele, which I may. So I can actually attach an energy there if I'd like. I could also Ultra Ball for Tapu Lele and then Cynthia, which I think I am going to do. So I am going to get another energy into the discard. Go like so. I'll save that one, I guess. Did that incorrectly, my mistake. There's the Tapu Lele that I wanted. Thinking too far in advance. So now I will attach the energy first and then go and get Lily in this case because I do not have any cards left in my hand. I was thinking I wanted to discard the fire energy, accelerate it into play, and then hoping for a fire energy on this Lily. This could work as well. There's a Mysterious Treasure. Wow, definitely some energy cards in hand. I will go for another Naganadel. Go like that, and then I can charge up. And I can knock out Sylveon as well. So that is a pretty great start here to Game 3. Ruin my opponent's strategy if they did not get anything on the let loose. So let's use Mind Blown and just get rid of all 4 energy. And then go done and knock it out. There goes their Magical Ribbon. There's a fire energy and a Sophocles. Excellent. And there is the scoop. So I won this third game very easily. I would have been set up for the rest of the game, discarding the energy with Sophocles. and then accelerating those into play. So I think that will end this video 2-1 overall with Blacephalon GX, just losing to that Grand Bull deck. So I can show the deck checklist again. So I was able to get a reward here on the versus rewards ladder there. Lots of expanded stuff down here. Go to the deck manager, and here's a look at the deck checklist again. So there you have it. Thanks everyone for watching. As always, before you go, make sure to check out all the links in the description of this video, including links to my blog, Facebook, and Twitter pages. So thanks everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.